Explosion of AI and the demand for data center growth has created a very urgent energy crisis in Virginia. With dozens of data center proposals now in the works, Dominion Energy is trying to match that demand with infrastructure to keep everyone's lights on.
But a new project through Stafford County is drawing fierce community pushback. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder explains the new transmission line proposal that would carve a swath as wide as I-95 through farms, neighborhoods, and even schools.
How long have you guys lived here?
My entire life.
Albert Underkoffer is leading us through his Stafford County property to show us where an unwanted neighbor might soon stake its claim. Dominion Energy is proposing a 500 kilowatt transmission line through several counties with towers standing 170 feet tall, cutting a path as wide as I-95. Virginia's energy crisis is powered by the thirst of data centers. Stafford has more than a dozen new data center proposals in the pipeline.
This wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the data centers. So I think this is opening the eyes of our supervisors too, like, hey, what have we done?
Stafford County's Board of Supervisors recently sent Dominion Energy a letter expressing the board's formal opposition in response to significant concerns. Though Dominion will ultimately seek approval on the 70-mile North Anna to Kraken transmission line from the State Corporation Commission.
We're experiencing the largest surge in demand since the period immediately following World War II.
Everybody wants reliable service. I think most people get that. But when they look at plans for a project like this, they see that in some areas it's as wide as I-95. It's 70 miles long. It's going through farmland. It's going through neighborhoods. It's going through schools. And they ask Dominion, is this really the best proposal that could be put forward?
Right. No, fair questions. We're building this project along the path that we are proposing because this is all existing right of way.
Some of that existing right of way runs right through Poplar Grove Farm.
They're going to cut a 120-foot wide swath that's almost as wide as I-95 through the property, eliminating almost 9 acres of trees from this property.
A property that grows soybeans, corn, and other crops and has been in her family for 8 generations. Her family is buried on the land that could lie in the shadow of the transmission line.
This gray tombstone right here, Sarah French, she's the very first person at the farm.
How much do you feel the need to push back on something like this when you have 8 generations of family that came before you on this land?
It's a deep responsibility.
Every pro-data center argument I've ever heard includes a point about how much all of the data center tax revenue could help our local schools. And look, there's no question that the data center money can help our local schools, but the data centers need the transmission lines to help them. And in the case of the Kraken transmission line, its proposed route would cut right through the property of Mountain View High School. In fact, it could be built directly over the high school's track. Localities are figuring out real quick that that big pile of data center revenue comes at a cost. Reporting in Stafford County, Drew Wilder, News 4.